Hello and welcome to the United Stand. A bit of an earlier reaction than I was expecting this Sunday afternoon. But first of all, I just want to say there are other YouTube channels out there, and I'm absolutely appalled that a channel that associates itself with Manchester United has gone live with a video saying that based off Sky Sports News, basically breaking news from Sky Sports News. You may as well pack your channel up and go home if that's what you dictate your news on to feed to Manchester United fans. I think it's absolutely embarrassing and appalling that you react and use Sky Sports News as gospel. The news is that Real Madrid have Sky Sports News is that Real Madrid have pulled out of the Paul Pogba deal. Well, we've been talking about this all week. It isn't breaking news. Sky Sports are just sensationalist rubbish that they get from Guillem Balaguer, who really just knows nothing, absolutely knows nothing. We've known about this for a long time. The reality is Manchester United have 100% blown Barcelona and Real Madrid, obliterated them out of the water financially. We've just destroyed them. I'm sure they would like Pogba, and maybe Pogba quite fancied a move to La Liga. But we've got a fantastic relationship with Pogba's agent Raiola, who got us Mkhitaryan and Zlatan. But I'm not reacting to this Sky Sports breaking news that Madrid have pulled out because we've known this for days. We've been speaking about it on the United Stand for days. They've pulled out because they can't deal with us. Raiola is going to get about £20 million. Real Madrid can't pay that. Whether you think it's immoral or not, the reality is we're not buying Beppe here like we did from Mendes. We're buying Paul Pogba, who for me is one of the best midfielders in world football. Robbie Fowler's come out today and said he's overrated and Manchester United are stupid to be buying him. Yeah, the day I listen to a homophobe like Robbie Fowler is the day I think I'll quit and stop listening to football, stop watching football. So his bitter scouts comments are irrelevant. Paul Pogba is a fantastic signing for Manchester United. It's going to happen. We've been gradually starting to believe it on the United Stand collectively, haven't we, for a while, that it's going to happen. But effectively, Sky Sports are just regurgitating what the master Di Marzio has been saying for over a week now. And as we've been saying on the United Stand, and as all you lot have been saying as well, he said a week ago, nobody can get near Manchester United for what they are offering. And they simply can't. Nobody can get near us. Everyone's been bitter about it. Oh, why? Because Manchester United is spending some of their money they generate. We generate billions every year, and we're spending £100 million. It's a lot of money, but we've got no Champions League football. And there's a fantastic point. I was speaking to Draughty Devil, for those who are regulars, this afternoon, and he made a fantastic point, and I'm going to repeat it here for you lot before I take some of your comments. He said, Manchester United are actually in a better position now than they would have been if they'd kept Pogba. Because if we'd kept Pogba for the last 3 years, where we've had Moyes and Van Gaal, he'd have still developed in a really poor team, and he'd be going this summer or last summer to Madrid anyway. This way, we've let him go. He's gone and developed in a decent team. He's had a load of good Champions League experience. We're buying him back now, and he's going to be here for the next few years for his prime years. I mean, I've never thought of it like that, and it's a brilliant point, an absolutely superb point, which we'll be touching on the show later on. But yeah, I just wanted to go live. The Pogba deal done. Panache is saying, is the Pogba deal done? It is done. It's going to be done because nobody can live with us. This is about money. This is simple economics. Madrid and Barcelona just can't do it. They can't do the wages. They can't do the agent fee. They can't do the deal that we're offering. They just can't get close to it. Juventus don't want to sell us Paul Pogba, but they can't refuse the money. It's going to happen next week. Most of it is apparently done anyway. The Pogba package through his agent is sorted, and now it's about dealing with Juventus, which Woodward has already started last Wednesday. The man to listen to, Di Marzio, he has got a definite link into Manchester United. He's been spot on and very early for so long. It annoys me, though, that we still live in this world where we take The Sun, we take Sky Sports, when they do breaking news that Real Madrid have pulled out. We've known this for days, and it really appalls me because there's some fantastic United accounts out there, whether they're on YouTube, Facebook or Twitter, and they're tweeting out breaking news. Sky Sports say Real Madrid have we've been speaking about this for days. It's just old news. Real Madrid are out. Unless they're going to do something absolutely amazing, they are gone. We have blown them well and truly out. You've got Balaguer crying into his cornflakes yesterday morning on Radio 5 Live because he can't accept what we've been saying for a long time. La Liga is finished when it compares itself to Premier League because they got greedy. They gave all the TV money to Real Madrid and Barcelona, and it worked for a few years because they were very rich and they could buy up all the talent, and they've got a sunny climate. But the Premier League didn't do that. They shared the money out, and some people thought that's not fair because, it's Manchester United everyone wants to watch every week. But by sharing that money out, We allowed the likes of Leicester to do what they did last year. We've got a very competitive league, and everybody, all the sponsors want the Premier League because it's a competitive league. And now teams like Manchester United are just rich beyond their wildest dreams, and we generate so much money. And Real Madrid and Barcelona have got what they deserve. They are blown out of the water. I'll keep saying it. Financially, they cannot deal with this deal. And whether Pogba, I'm sure Pogba's happy to come back to Manchester United because he's going to earn a lot of money. And maybe, you know, Real Madrid Spain was a move he was looking for. Remember, that's Champions League football as well. But we just destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them. Barca and Real are scumbags. Barca are a fake nice club, Jamie Sheridan. Well, I do think that the reaction to the Messi thing is sickening. I don't want to get into Barcelona. I've always quite liked Barcelona better than Real Madrid, who I just think booing your own players is disgusting. But to start tweeting out, let's back a tax sheet is ridiculous. But what do you think of Varela and Blackett leaving, says Connor. We are live again at time. We are live straight after the Euro final tonight. We normally do 9 o'clock on a Sunday. We're live tonight at 10 o'clock if there's no extra time. If there's extra time, we'll be live after that. So we've got loads to discuss. Mata being part of the Pogba deal, as Bostic says there. We've got that to touch on. Varela, Blackett, Memphis potentially going as well. But I wanted to talk about the Pogba thing because I just had loads of you messaging me, and I do appreciate those messages saying, why aren't you doing a video? Sky Sports are breaking. And you know what? It just got me so mad. I thought, if Manchester United, it's just mugging off Manchester United fans doing videos going, Sky Sports are breaking news that Real Madrid are pulling out. And we've just watched United stand. You're all fantastic with your comments. And we've been saying this all week, that Real Madrid cannot deal with this deal. And I think it's just sickening that people will go live on a video saying Real Madrid have pulled out of the thing, because it's just so inaccurate. Don't follow Sky Sports. Follow the United stand. Follow Di Marzio. He's spot on with Manchester United, and he's been saying this for a long time. And it's always... I never believed about a month ago we were going to get Pogba. I just thought it's ridiculous. And that is one thing I want to say as well. It's ridiculous. We're getting a player that we treated badly and let go. We haven't got Champions League football. We haven't played very well. There's an inclination that he wanted to go to a warmer climate. And a lot of people never go back. They think never go back, whether it's a girlfriend or an old job or whatever. You don't go back. You always go forward. So to get him back with all those factors is a super... And I applaud Mourinho. I even applaud Woodward. Maybe Woodward wasn't the problem. Maybe he just didn't have a manager that was competent. But it's brilliant. L10G7C9. For the people who don't know what has happened, is that Real has put out. Yeah, they dropped out a long time ago. They could never deal with this deal. Real Madrid, it's breaking news on Sky that they've pulled out. Breaking news, Sky Sports, Real Madrid have pulled out the Pogba deal. Breaking news. We were talking about this 4 days ago, and Di Marzio said it a week ago. And if you read what Sky Sports are saying, it's our sources, this, that, and the other. There's no direct quote. So who's to say Real Madrid don't get bankrolled by the government tomorrow and they buy him for 400 million? Anything can happen. The way it's been looking, though, all the press, all the credible people, everyone is talking that Pogba's coming to Manchester United, and that's what we've got to believe. And like Liam Matt says, it's not done till it's done. Please stop clickbaiting and be desperate. Well, we're not clickbaiting because the name of the show is Paul Pogba to Manchester United done. Question mark. Actually, I've just realised there's an exclamation mark. It should be a question mark, so I apologise for that. We will change that. But it is going to happen, but I just get a bit frustrated by the Real Madrid thing. And also, what we're adding to the squad, absolutely amazing. You've got Martial, Rashford, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Zlatan. I mean, I had a few drinks last night, and I was just sat there thinking, we've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic in our team. It is just unbelievable. But yeah, I just wanted to react a little bit and saying the Pogba deal is going to happen. He's going to come to Manchester United. But to react to anything that Sky Sports are putting out, which is probably from Balaguer, is ridiculous. Sushel says Di Marzio and Mini Raiola are legends this year. Raiola is in Manchester United's pocket and we're in his pocket. There's an agreement there. He's brought Zlatan, he's brought Mkhitaryan, and he's bringing Pogba. And he deserves... It is... From my point of view, there's so much money in football. If an agent gets 20 million for a deal, morally it's not right, but we will benefit from it. And the issue is that I think is quite funny is Adidas sponsor us and Real Madrid, and Adidas just never shut up about Manchester United. So that's we're the biggest brand, and we're going to be far bigger, especially now we've got Mourinho and Pogba involved. Until he's at Old Trafford wearing the shirt, I'm not believing anything. I think it will happen this week. I think France are probably going to win the Euros, and he's got a day of celebration or two, and then I think he'll be coming to Manchester United, and I think it will get sorted out quickly. I just think we've got Raiola, as Nolan says, he just seems to be quite very in tune with Manchester United at the moment. And we said it a few weeks ago. But the thing about Mourinho is will improve relationships with agents, and you need to have them relationships and look how they've benefited. And no Champions League football as well. Who plays alongside Pogba, says Ronald. We'll discuss all this a bit later at 10 o'clock, tonight. I just wanted to react very quickly and give you that and just say that I do personally think it's disgusting that Manchester United fan channels, and I know they're not very big ones, and accounts have just gone live saying Sky Sports have broken this news. Because I think it just does discredits basically the person who's behind all this, which is Di Marzio, who said a week ago that Real Madrid had dropped out. But just because Sky Sports say it, everyone's like, oh, let's do a video. Well, we've done a video to set the record straight. It's not news that Sky Sports are breaking. There's no quoted anybody in there. It's Sky Sports sources, which basically are Di Marzio a week ago, and we've decided to break it on a slow Sunday afternoon before the Euros to try and get a load of interest for Sky Sports. I think it's wrong. And I think if you are actually going to do channels or accounts or anything like that, and you've got loads of followers, you may as well just pack up and go home. If your background is Sky Sports breaking news, it's just, as has been proved all summer, the only credible thing when you want something done is the BBC, and the only credible information you want before something is done is Di Marzio, which is basically what we act off, and then we go live and we talk to you. And I think that's all you pretty much need. Sky Sports news, breaking news is news. I think it's wrong. Maybe I'm just reacting badly to that, but I just think it's wrong. CJMUFC 99, Di Marzio works for Sky Sports, though. He doesn't work for the British Sky Sports. He works in Italy, which is a very, very different thing. When will he sign? I think he will sign in the next few days, because I think there's no point in messing around. And also, just what I would say is let's just monitor Barcelona. You never know what might happen with that. I've just got to go under the table because I just realised I've never turned the power thing on and it could go off at any time. We should sign Varane, says Shahel. A couple of videos I put over the weekend that you might like. Just looking around on the channel, Mourinho's top 5 Manchester United targets as per now. Pogba features in there, but there's a couple of players. I think we will sign at least 3 from this 5. So watch that video. And also, a lot of you had asked for who are the best Manchester United youth projects coming through, prospects coming through. I did that this morning. Top 5, 10-minute video. Watch it, give us your thoughts, and hopefully you'll enjoy it because I did quite a lot of work on that. But we will be back. The Mystic, hey Mark, United stand is always spot on. That's because we do our homework, and I'm not bigging us up because we're only as good as you lot a lot of the time, but we don't react. Sky Sports breaking news it's disrespecting you as a viewer to go, Sky Sports breaking news this. I may as well say Sky Sports breaking news, Messi's had a baby. It's just crap. It's crap. It's not credible. And if you do this sort of thing for people like you, and you lot get involved as well, you can't feed information like that out to people. It's just not credible to go Sky Sports breaking news. For me, I think it's wrong. And when we go live on something, we do it based on a number of things. And I just think it frustrates me, but, I'm passionate about Manchester United. So we're back live at 10 o'clock tonight, hopefully, if there's no extra time. And we will obviously get more from you. Zara and Alex are on as well. Really going to delve into this news about Mata maybe going to Juventus, Memphis potentially being sold, and a load of others. But I shall speak to you all later. Manchester United 10, I prefer Varane to Stones. A lot to get through. I also apologise. I was away yesterday, so I couldn't do my morning paper reaction. I normally do it 10:30 on a Sunday. So we've got a bonus show this afternoon. That will be back next week, but I couldn't do it this morning. But we are live as usual on Sunday night. So please drop us a video a like. Loads of you have joined in, which is fantastic. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I apologise. I do need to change the line for the video, so it should have a question mark. But if people are asking me if Paul Pogba is signing for Manchester United, 100% he is. And that's not Mark Goldbridge and the people I know telling me. That's Mark Goldbridge, the United stand, and every viewer there who's been watching this week, and Pogba's been mentioned every single day. It's based on a lot of people all around the world, many different countries, many different press outlets. Di Marzio has been spot on, and a couple of others. Everybody's saying that this is going to happen. And there's one reason it's going to happen. Manchester United have obliterated Juventus, Real Madrid and Barcelona by just saying, you know what? No negotiations, no bidding war. There's £100 million. There's 20 million for your agent. There's 15 million in wages a month. And it's just blown them apart. And that is sometimes the way you need to do it. And whatever anybody says about whether he's worth it or not, ask these questions. 1, will he make us a better team? Yes. 2, can we afford it? Yes. 3, if we didn't spend that money, where would it go? Glazer's pocket. 4, have we probably just won the league title in the Premier League? Possibly. Is top 5 guaranteed? Top 4 guaranteed? Yes. They're the 5 points for me. They're the 5 points. Yes, Nick, I have got to change it. I'm going to change it now, but we're live at the moment. It should be question mark. But Ayub wants Steven Lichtsteiner. 15 million wages a month. Yeah, I got it. It's a year, isn't it? But yeah, I'm very excited. I've just gone live, and I probably, if you wanted to watch it from the start, I did have a little bit of a rant. But I don't like people reacting to Sky Sports breaking news. I think read the article, and there's never any substance in it. They never quote anybody. It's Sky Sports sources. And Di Marzio said this a bloody week ago that Real Madrid can't compete with Manchester United. And how are Real Madrid pulling out of a deal they've never been in? They've never been in. They've never been in for Pogba. Because if Madrid were in for Pogba, they'd go public. Because the way teams like Madrid and Barcelona work is they have president elections, and everything is about popularity. Even if it's bullshit, it's popularity. So if they were in for Pogba, they'd be letting the world and their dog know, because it makes the president look really popular. They've never gone public. All we've heard is that Zidane would like him. Well, Zidane's never come out and said that publicly. Madrid, I don't think have ever been in this deal because we've shut them down. We shut them down from the start by just outdoing them for the numbers, and they can't afford it. The Premier League is richer than La Liga. It's only going to get richer. They can't deal with it because they got greedy. Real Madrid and Barcelona got greedy. They screwed the rest of their league over. They've turned it into a 2-horse race. Atletico Madrid have done very well, I must admit. But we are reaping the benefits of having a competitive league, and everybody wants a piece of the Premier League pie. And Manchester United, being the richest and biggest club in the world, are now reaping the benefits that we can just go and spend £100 million on a player and say, up yours, basically. Right, I'm going to go there. I'm going to have some tea. I'm going to watch the Euros final, and then we'll be live straight afterwards with a bit more. I'm going to have a beer, so I'll probably even be a bit more louder and frustrated. But I get frustrated. I just think if you are going to do a fan channel or a Twitter account or anything like that, you've got a responsibility to your followers not to put breaking news, Sky Sports say this. I really think strongly about that, because I think that you're not doing your homework. You're doing it just to, for popularity. If you're going to run these sort of channels, and we do it with you in hand, because your live comments is absolutely superb, at least you've got to do the homework. You've got to do the homework to make yourself credible. He says when he's put an exclamation mark and not a question mark after deal done, which I'm going to change now. But you know what I mean. When we're talking about stuff, we do our homework. We have a look around a lot of sources. We don't react to Sky Sports News, and I think that's annoyed me a little bit. But I'll speak to you all later. As soon as the Euros final is over, we will be live, and we'll be talking more about the Pogba deal, and we'll be talking more about Mata and everybody else. But thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Drop the video a like, because you're all fantastic. And I will be getting a lot more into there from you later on. And after tonight, we'll see. And I do think that Pogba will be signing this week. And as Jason Garbett says, breaking news about Real Madrid pulling out of the deal. It was breaking news, but it was last week. Exactly. Speak to you all later. See you straight after the Euros final. Who do we want to win? Portugal or France? Portugal. I want Portugal to win. I love Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's a legend for Manchester United. I really do. So I'll leave you with that one. But speak to you all later. Thanks for watching.